Hello, I'm David Krause. Let me ask you a question. Has any of your parents in your lifetime ever told you, keep staring at that screen and you'll go blind? Or, my personal favorite, don't you get tired of that? Well, studies show that they may be onto something. Due to the advancements of technology and the demand for the latest and greatest products, we as consumers are spending more time on screens than ever. Which begs the question, is staring at a screen for too long harmful to us? But most importantly, can it be detrimental towards the developing mind, aka children? Those that have younger siblings must know that their brothers and sisters have mandatory online meetings that range from, say, an hour to 6 hours at a time in one day. So, so do us college students, but then again, our hours can be a little more flexible, whereas theirs are not. I will be discussing the fact that children are spending more time on screens than ever. Staring at a screen for too long can result in harmful physical, mental, and social consequences. Parents need to create rules to reduce screen time as well as promote a healthier life for their children. Parents in the US should limit and or control their children's screen time. And let me tell you about this problem that's affecting all of us, but especially the young. Children are spending more time on screens than ever. A study conducted by the CDC and the Mayo Clinic Health System shows that children in the US ages 8 through 18 are spending more than 7 hours a day on their screens for entertainment. 4.5 of those 7 hours are spent watching TV. Over a year, that adds up to 114 full days watching the screen for fun. I found that most studies only account for the hours children spend on screens for entertainment. They do not include the time they spend on the computer at school for educational purposes or at home for homework. Considering students' only access to education these days are through online school, students are spending more time on screens than ever. And according to Hannah Hudson, the editorial director of WeedTeachers.com, states that students should not have to spend 8 hours for schooling at home during the COVID-19 outbreak. Now that we have addressed this problem, let me explain further into why this is harmful. Staring at a screen for too long can result in harmful physical, mental, and social consequences. According to Dr. Gadi Lazak of the Mechede Health Services, Jerusalem, Israel, excessive screen time is associated with poor sleep and risk factors of cardiovascular diseases such as high blood pressure, obesity, low ADHL, cholesterol, poor stress regulation, and insulin resistance, impaired vision, and reduced bone density. Bone density, just to name a few. Not to mention the psychological effects, which Dr. Lezak has also stated, being poor sleep, depressive symptoms, suicidal thoughts, digital device night use and mobile phone dependency. Early and prolonged exposure to violent content is also linked to risk of antisocial behavior and decreased prosocial behavior. Psychoneurological effects include addictive screen time. Uh, ex- Addictive screen time use decreases social coping and involves craving behavior, which resembles substance dependence behavior. Brain structural changes related to cognitive control and emotional regulation are associated with digital media addictive behavior. Well, according to the American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, children can have access to things on the internet for many hours at a time that may negatively affect them down the line. Now, say you were a parent. Would you want your child to have more time on the internet to see things like violence and risk taking behaviors, videos or stunts or challenges that may inspire unsafe behavior, sexual content, negative stereotypes, substance abuse, cyberbullies and predators, advertising aimed at children, and of course, misleading or inaccurate information. Now that I have covered the harmful effects of extended screen use, let me explain how parents can improve their children's health. Parents need to create rules to reduce screen times as well as promote a healthier life for their children. And according to the Let's Move online initiative, parents, caregivers should set rules that reduce screen time by limiting the amount of time children spend on the computer, watching TV, and playing video games by 2 hours a day. The time spent in front of the screen could be better spent being more physically active. You should spend more time in front of the screen while doing something active like stretching, practicing yoga poses, walking on a treadmill, or lifting weights. Ah. Also, some other rules created by the Mayo Clinic Health System says that no screen time whatsoever for children under 2, 1 hour a day for children 2 to 12, and again 2 hours a day for teens and adults. If parents do make rules on screen use and promote exercising, then the health of children can be drastically improved. Or can be improved, maybe not the In conclusion, parents in the U.S. should limit and or control their children's screen time. Children are spending more time on screens than ever. Staring at a screen for too long can result in harmful physical, mental, and social consequences. Parents need to create rules to reduce screen time as well as promote a healthier life for their children. And come on, everyone. Too much time is spent on our phones, scrolling through Insta, and reacting at the first scandal we see without knowing the deets. That's not good for us. Let's all act as the positive role model for our siblings and the younger generations. Let's put down the screens together. Thank you.